Checking out from Sala View Hotel. Just finished getting ready. The plan is to ride to Gedung Songko. There are temples there on a hill called Unguran. It's only 2 hours from here. Should be fine. It's a bit outcast, so possibility of rain. Um, yeah, the traffic should be fine. We can expect a bit of New Year traffic as New Year is approaching, but it should be pretty straightforward. 2 hours, should be there, have lunch, check in a hotel for 2 nights, and if possible climb Mount Moran. The mountain's name is actually pronounced as Ungaran. I'm having a difficult time learning the pronunciation of some of these Javanese words. In the last episode, I made a significant mistake by pronouncing the village of Javaman Museum as Sangrian. It's actually Sangiran. Apologies for that mistake. We'll be more careful next time. It's more than 900 kilometers now, traveling from Jakarta through West Java and crossing the entire width of Central Java. If I turn left from here, I can go to East Java and explore the beaches off the coast of Malang. But the workplace has a restriction and I must undergo a 3-day quarantine back in Jakarta before I get back to work. It's already 11 days out of the 21-day holiday, and counting the quarantine days, it's time to turn west towards Jakarta. Today's trip is a rather short one, taking me through the cities of Boyolali, then the Salatiga, and through Ambarawa to the mountain city of Bandungan. It's only 90 kilometers from Surakarta, and the sunny weather is expected to stay throughout the trip today. It's only 40 minutes and I'm already in Boyolali. Behind me, that's the same statue depicting Arjuna and Krishna in a Mahabharata story. The ride is taking me through the valley of Mount Merbabu, a prominent mountain in this part of Central Java which dictates the weather in this area. I have not been expecting rain, but these mountains always have their own ways. "40 minutes have passed and I am now passing through the narrow roads of Salatiga. There's a bit of traffic but nothing heavy. I turned right from the city of Ambarawa to the village roads taking me to Mount Ungaran. The mountain is there in the distance. Now we'll climb up to the cool city of Bandungan and then we'll stay in Terra Casa Hotel for 2 nights. Let's see if I can make it to the temple sites to have a look today itself. The hotel is quite comfortable. I just had a quick shower. Now I want to go up to the mountain and see if I can spot some cool places. It's already 3:30, so let's see how much I can see before sunset and rain. When I see durian, I always stop. Enak banget itu. I'm in Gedung Songo. Songo in Javanese means 9, and that means there are 9 temples up there. It's already 4 o'clock and it's too late. The entrance gate is closed,
So that means there is no way I can go up and explore those 9 temples. We'll come back tomorrow morning and see this whole temple complex. Once again, this is built on the slope of a mountain far away from the plains. I'm kind of beginning to understand why this has happened. Maybe there were temples in the valley as well, maybe on the plains as well, just like in Prambanan, just like in Jakarta. And maybe those temples were destroyed easily and taken over by people who were living there, whereas the ones higher up in the mountains, which are not easy to access, stayed just like that, a bunch of stones. And people at that time probably were afraid to go up, believing that there are spirits up here, and they probably might have left all these sites there to take its own fate. And eventually the Dutch archaeologist, the Dutch scientist who went through this area, found all these temples and they started reconstructing them. Almost all of these temples that you see here, they're all reconstructions done by either Dutch archaeologists or the archaeological department of Indonesia. They've done a very good job of preserving them. It's impressive that the Indonesian government is spending so much money on it, and it's a beautiful place to visit. You see a lot of tourists coming here. This is a weekday, and see the parking lot is already full and it's almost time to leave. So imagine how this place will look like during weekends. I never knew about this temple, and I was looking in Google Map for different temples, Chandi, and then came across this one when I was in Surakarta. So I marked it down and thought I will just come here and see this place. So exploration will be tomorrow. There's also the mountain up there. It's covered in mist. It can be climbed, but the route is not from here. It's at the opposite side of the mountain. Not during this trip. I mean, I have done my own climbing of Chiramai because that's enough for this trip. But there are so many beautiful mountains in central Java that can be climbed one after the other. The complex is closed because it's 4:30. I think they close at 4 o'clock, and it takes a while to walk around the whole complex, and that will be done tomorrow.
There is still plenty of time, and since it's not raining, let's go and see the base camp for climbing Mount Ungaran. The road is super narrow and goes up really steep. The positive side is that the pavement is concrete. The contact person gave me the details of the climb, and camping is actually not required at the summit. In these agricultural fields near the base camp, they're growing a lot of chilies and onions. In between these crops, they're also growing roses. A cool way of increasing the output and possibly alienating some large animals from destroying the crops because of the thorns in these roses. The GoPro battery is dying. It's time to get back to the hotel, have dinner, rest, and then get ready for tomorrow.